Alright. Firstly, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahasham Kakodash. The double honors to the elders and apostles of great milestone that you will. God taught us this word and peace and blessedness and safety to the Akim across the four corners of the earth and be part of the elect, that spread on this word in truth and sincerity. And I wanna do a little quick video here entitled "Woe is me." Because the time we heading into, it got me a lot of terrific or terrors, as the apostles mentioned. The apostle, mentioned in this video, terrors, all kind of terrorist attacks, staged terrorist attacks, and also the plagues from the Most High, the famine, the race wars, the mark of the beast, martial law, and the mass amounts of killings and deaths, from Esau and his army, and from the 2/3, going against each other, because that time gonna be a time of distress, anguish, pain, fear, terror. So let's just say, woe is me. And that was entitled the video. But it really gonna be woe unto you 2/3 and you other nations, because the men of the Lord are going to be saved. The men that be part of the elect ain't gonna be partakers with you 2/3, with the reward that you go and get from the Most High. They gonna be saved. Whoever it may be, I open to be part of the elect, might escape those plagues, might be saved in the time of destruction. But let me start with this precept here. This is 2 Ezra 16 verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And those days that Ezra was speaking about was these days, these days that we are in now, this era that we are in now, where the world gonna fight against each other with ICBMs, where Esau gonna bring in his mark of the beast, his microchip, where the Lord going to return. Says Ezra, say, who will deliver me in those days? It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, meaning a huge number of death. In the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. In the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? And so this itself prove that it's have reincarnation. But I ain't doing the video on that topic, but this itself prove that it have reincarnation. Else Ezra would not say, who will deliver me in those days? Because these days he's speaking about. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. As whips for correction, not a change. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. So even though the Most High bringing these evil, 2/3 still ain't gonna change. Because you see, before the Most High whip Israel, I'm gonna get in Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2. I believe it's 20. Yes, no. 2 verse 30, it says, in vain have I smitten your children, they receive no correction. It says, your own sword had devoured your prophets like a destroying lion. Hey, so the Most High say, in vain have I smitten your children. Hey, so no matter how much time the Most High smite Israel, hey, they still ain't going to receive no correction. They still ain't going to receive no correction. That's why the Most High to destroy them, and bring them back in the kingdom. Because in this life, they ain't gonna listen, they ain't gonna hearken unto the man of the Lord. When we read over 17, it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers that shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. It says, what shall I do when these evils shall come? And guess what? The Most High, I can bring scriptures to show that the Most High can save the elect, that the Most High can deliver the elect, that the Most High can protect the elect, the chosen ones of Israel. You know, let's go down to chapter 9. Chapter 9. I'll start at 7. It says, 2 Corinthians 9 verse 7. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby he have believed. Works and faith. Faith in who? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. What works? Hey, the works that he told us to do, the commandments that he gave us. By those works and by faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, whereby the elect believed. Because everyone that shall be saved is everyone of the elect. And the 1/3 that the Most High is predestined to be saved. It says verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils. What perils? The perils that were written above. The perils that are read in chapter 15, and also the perils that the Most High speak of earlier in this chapter and later down. It says, shall be preserved from the said perils, which is the martial law, you know, the race wars, the famine. Because that famine gonna be, that famine gonna take out a lot of you 2/3. You know, the missiles. You know, the destruction that coming from Esau army. So the men that gonna be saved shall be preserved from these perils. It says, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So the Most High separated us, made them holy for himself from the beginning. And that is what he did to Israel. Chose Israel from the beginning to be his people, a peculiar people, a peculiar treasure. But guess what? The whole of Israel, you know, don't like royalty. The whole of Israel want to share their royalty. The whole of Israel want to share their, you know, want to love everybody. You know, they trying to save Edomites. It says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. When is now? What time is just speaking about? In his time and also now. Have abused the Most High ways. They disregarded the Most High prophets. Disregarded the Most High commandments, the Most High laws. It says, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. So these 2/3, they gonna be tortured. While in the famine, the Most High say servants shall eat. So while in the famine, the man of the Lord eating, these 2/3 gonna die of hunger. Scripture say they go eat their own children. They want to kill and eat their own children. And they are going to do that. When Esau pushing when Esau make his microchip mandatory, hey, these tutors gonna be the first one to grab. These tutors might wanna take 50 microchips. Why? Hey, because I have no other choice. Because if the pretty are washing me or shy, you're not gonna hear them. Most time not gonna hear them in the time of in the time of their distress. Scripture say, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will also mock when your fear cometh. Proverbs 1 verse 22, I believe. So now, as these tutors laughing at the man of the Lord, hey, we doing our job, we cleansing our hands, we washing hands from you tutors' blood by warning y'all. And when the time come, when these plagues begin to hit, continuously, when the Most High said to bring heavy judgment upon this place, is the elect gonna be delivered. So imagine, hey, you two have no hope. You two have no hope. Bring 1 Peter 4 verse 17. 4 verse 18, it says, and if 1 Peter 4 verse 18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely, I'm going to start at 17, it says, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it begin at us, what shall be the end? What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? So if it begin at the house of the Most High, the man that the Lord deals with, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of God? Speaking about you 2/3. Verse 18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? It's you 2/3 in no hope. But the men of the Lord, the men that doing the will of the Father, have hope and have faith that the Lord will take us out of here in very, very soon. In the very near future. Bring this precept here. Isaiah 41, start at verse 8. It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. And the scripture said, not all. Let me see if I could type it in. Romans 9 verse 6, it says, not as though the word of God had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Because 2/3 of you Israelites rather be heathens. Want to be heathens. Want to follow heathenistic customs of the Greeks, customs of Egyptians, customs of Moabites, customs of Babylonians, of Ethiopians, all other customs beside your own, which prove that you wish you didn't have to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says, but thou Israel, Isaiah 41 verse 8, but thou Israel art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. It says, thou whom I have chosen from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. And he can uphold with the right hand of his righteousness the elect. You gonna strengthen the elect. You gonna help the elect, because these men obeyed. These men obeyed when the evil days were not upon them. They didn't just jump on that train when things started to go all bad. They come out, they preach, they held the commands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and they hold the faith. So these same men that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is gonna uphold with the right hand of his righteousness. It says, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded, they shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. And that goes for you 2/3. All that strive against the men of the Lord gonna perish. All you that come and mock and scoff gonna perish. While the men of the elect, the chosen ones, are being delivered, hey, you gonna be tormented. You're gonna be melting away with fervent heat from those missiles, from the laser beams of those chariots. And some of you even before from famine, from martial law, when Esau killing you niggas. It says, thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. It says, they that war against thee shall be as nothing and as a thing of naught. So all you heathens as well, the Most High gonna put you under us, put you nations under us. And you Edomites, after a while the Most High gonna make you non-existent. It says, for I, Yahweh, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. So who going to help us? The Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Who going to deliver us? The Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Now and in the time of great evil, in the time of great death, in the time of famine, distress. It says, fear not, thou womb Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Thy Redeemer, thy Deliverer, thy Savior, the Holy One of Israel. And so the Most High gonna deliver Israel in those days. The Most High gonna save his people from the plagues to come. His servants, because we need the elect servant Yahweh Hashem Yahushai right now. It says, Jeremiah 30 verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Guess what? That ain't mean the whole of Israel. Because it says he shall be saved out of it, meaning it's talking about everybody that descended from Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Talking about the elect, the ones that were chosen to be saved out of it. The elected, all boys down to the elect. Because even though you might be doing this work, you might be pushing this word for 20, 25, 22, however long, 10, 1 year, might be fervent. As long as you are not part of the number that is to be saved, you're not going to be saved. So it's only the elect that really counts. It says, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck. Whose yoke? Esau's yoke. Because we still in bondage under Esau. We still under Esau rule. It says, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Who strangers? Edomites, Moabites, Elamites, Ammonites, Syrians, whoever be in rule over you, hey, they can't serve themselves of us no more. It says, but they shall serve Yahweh their power and David their king, whom I will raise up. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. So if we ain't saved, if we ain't already saved now, that means we're in captivity. That is a thing that we've been trying to tell you truth for a while now, that you're in captivity, that you're in slavery. And thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. And guess what we're in rest in right now? We're not in rest right now. Scripture says, depart ye, for this is not your rest. And we surely in resting. This last precept here. As long as you're serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you ain't had nothing to be afraid of. You ain't got nothing to be afraid of. It says Psalm 37 verse 28. It says, for Yahweh loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. It says, for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. Who are his saints? The Israelites. The elect of the Israelites. It says, they are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. Esau and the rest of you that of Esau, as Yahushua say, of your father the devil, which is Esau, you too gonna be cut off. But Esau did, when Esau served slavery, he gonna be cut off forever. Scripture say, as the scripture said, mentioned in Obadiah. Jump down to 34. It says wait. There's 38. It says 34. It says wait. It says no. 39. It says, but the salvation of the righteous is of Yahweh. He is their strength in the time of trouble. So in that time of trouble, Ezra was speaking about, in that time of Jacob's trouble, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna be our strength. The men that trust in him. It says, but the salvation of the righteous is of Yahweh. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And Yahweh shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. So that is exactly what I was saying before. The man that trusts in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he can deliver us. He can save us. But you too didn't trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You trust in Jesus and in Allah. You trust in idols. But those that trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, those that believe in his name, those that believe that he is the true power, the true God of this earth, of this world, then the Most High can save you. The Most High can deliver you. The Most High can help you in the time of your affliction, in the time of trouble. He can be your strength in the time of trouble, in the time of distress, in the time of anguish, in the time of pain, in the time of death. The Most High can be your help. Hey, so the Most High can deliver us. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua can deliver us. Hey, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Harakwak with Dash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. That you well, that taught us this word, and peace and blessings to the elect across the four corners of the earth that spreading this word in truth and sincerity. And until next time, I want to say shalom.